Pickaxe.
Join us at patreon.com/castparty for a whole plethora of exclusive goodies. 5-day early access to every Cast Party episode, including Nocturne, ad-free episodes, behind-the-scenes info, exclusive bonus monthly one-shots, access to our community Discord, where our community plays D&D games together, has game nights, and hosts so much more, all for less than the price of a single cup of coffee per month. Aren't convinced? Try out a free trial. 7 days free to check out the content that we offer only exclusively on our Patreon. Patreon.com/castparty. Support your favorite D&D podcast, all while getting some awesome perks. Patreon.com/castparty. See you there, casting crew.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Cast Party. My name is Colin McManus, and I will be your director for today. I'm joined by Ryan McManus.
Ryan McManus playing Bjorg Jorgensen, the Jewel of Debauchery.
Anna Brisbane.
Lenore DeVere, Chaos Fairy, excited to push all the buttons.
Nigel Deacon.
Hi, I'm Nigel, playing Jackal Campman, the leperin loner striving for companionship and control.
Vince Perino.
Hi, Vince Perino, playing Tevin Alkin, the mechanism of discovery, reconstructing memories one piece at a time.
And Luis Carrazzo.
Hey everybody, I'm Luis. I'm playing Santos, the Glavinator.
Last time, you guys were all in the caverns at the observatory, where you were being tested by projections associated with each of the demigods. You saw the symbol of a penguin overhead and pairs of objects placed onto a nearby table. Bjorg informed you all that Margot and Jory, the twins, focused around personal ties and found family. After testing the objects, pairing them with both shape and color, you all noticed there were some that gave you warm and tingly feelings inside as you grabbed them. With no rhyme or reason as to the shape or color of these objects, you each found the two that gave you this feeling, placed them onto your trays, and the projection pushed forward. You then saw the image of a raven. You had a colorless balloon-like orb attached to your back and a bunch of objects around the room. Lynn told you about Zane, who she said was funny. You each played with the toys around the room in some way and began to enjoy yourselves, slingshotting colored balls, creating invisible objects with mime gloves, donning a mask that changed with exaggerated emotion, and rolling some marbles as a rubber frog watched. Notably, Bjorg and Santos did some playful teasing back and forth before color was brought back to each of your orbs and you moved forward. Next, you found the butterfly, Stratton, as well as heavy objects and pressure plates. Lynn told you that Stratton believed in building yourself up and reducing your own personal suffering. You quickly deduced you must hold the weights while standing atop these pressure plates. They were too heavy to move while carrying them. Thinking rather quickly, Bjorg burnt the heavy scrolls using the flames that were designed to burn those who took on too much of a burden. Following suit, Tevin broke his mirror, Jackal snapped his stone slate with Santos's hourglass, and Lenore used reduced on her twisted ball of thread. You all reduced your burdens and made it across and pulled the lever, but Tevin saw Lynn writing happily in her journal as you completed the challenge. You then found the scorpion, Necros. You all played a board game, which Lenore was unable to complete because of the dice she was given. Trying to break some of the rules, you were shocked by your seats. Lynn told you that Necros was obsessed with sin, that laws are not just because they are laws, and they can be unfair even if they are written down. Tevin passed his dice to Lenore, actively breaking one of the rules of the game, but he was not shocked because he broke a rule that kept the game unfair for Lenore. You continued onward and found what Lynn described as the last of the projections. Clicking on the device above, you saw the image of an ant, Ilos. Now you watch around you as the projections continue. Ahead, you see a small table of 5 clear cups that look to be half filled with liquid. And so the scene is set. Question is, what will you do next?
I'll pick up a cup.
I'll pick up a cup.
I'll grab a cup.
Grab the last one available.
You all grab a cup and you see ahead of you, the projections continue. As you're looking in the cup, it is a mostly clear liquid, though it's a little bit cloudy, almost sparkles as it swirls in the cup as you move around. Ahead, you see there's a pathway leading forward, blocked by stone walls. There is a doorway here with a massive boulder blocking it. You can see that there are vines creeping up and around the boulder from below. And just to the left of where you are standing is the statue of a woman. She's standing in a raised flower bed devoid of plants. She's standing with both her arms outstretched to each side, her hands cupped and facing the sky.
Just super quick before we start, can I have inspiration?
That's crazy.
Give me a one-line joke.
Went to the zoo the other day and all they had was one dog. Shih Tzu.
Yeah, I mean, I laughed. So.
Let's go. Let's go.
Wow, it's that easy.
Wow. Does that look like a basin? I mean, you described it as a flower bed with no plants in it, but does it look fountain-like?
It looks more flower bed-like with a statue on it.
I'm gonna pour my liquid into the flowerless plant thing.
As you start to pour it out, the more liquid that starts to drain from your cup, the more tired you start to get, Lenore.
I'll do 80% of it.
You started with 50, so how much of that do you want to do? Down to 10?
Yeah, I'll put out 40.
And you can see the liquid around soaks into the dirt, and it quickly dries. And then you see at the basin, the bottom of this stone wall that's keeping the dirt in, you see water comes out and into a small cup so that you could grab your water back.
Should we all do this at the same time, or maybe we all pour half at the same time?
Wait, what?
We all pour a little bit at the same time.
What's wrong with you?
I'm sleepy.
You're never sleepy. You're always, very energetic.
The water, when you get rid of it, you're sleepy. We can all be a little sleepy. I'm get the water back in my cup.
You immediately perk back up.
Yeah, so if we all just pour a little bit, we'll just be a little bit sleepy, and then it's fine, and then I don't know what'll happen, but there'll be lots of water in the basin, and it's probably a good thing.
Does it also look like the boulder can be moved or has to be moved? Or is it just there?
Behind the boulder is a way through this wall.
Yeah, but that's step 2.
But okay, that's my thoughts. What if we have to both appease the garden and say I give Santos, being probably the strongest here now? What if I end up being a little sleepy and end up giving him more energy? If a half-full cup is normal and dumping it out makes you sleepy, what if you receive more? If Santos receives more water in his cup, maybe he will be strong enough to move the boulder on his own.
Okay.
While everyone else can appease the fountain.
Oh, yeah. I'll pour my cup into Santos's cup.
Wait, you gotta keep some, though, for yourself.
Oops.
How much do you pour in?
All of it. I forget the rules, and I pour all of it.
Santos, you go right up to 100. Right as your cup fills up all the way, you watch as Lenore faints and falls out of the air.
Oh, no. Well, first I'll try to catch her. If she's right next to me, I'm gonna try to catch her.
Go ahead and roll me a dex save.
14.
That's enough to grab her.
I am gonna pour 30% back into her cup, so I'm at 70%, and Lenore's at 30.
How do you feel with a little extra? Oh, wake up! Why splash this water on you?
Whoa.
Well, you're not supposed to give me the whole thing.
Yeah, don't pour it all out, guys. It's a bad idea.
Gotta keep a little for yourself.
Lynn starts clapping as you say that.
You said that the statue is holding up both its hands up towards the sky, right?
Correct, they're cupped.
Tevin, just pour a little bit of the liquid, not all of it. You'll pass out.
Where shall I pour it all?
Just a little in a hand. See what happens.
I'll put 10% of it into her hands.
In her right hand, it looks about half full.
I'll go to the other side and fill the left hand fully.
Bjorg, you get rid of 20% of yours, and it fills up the hand just to the brim.
I will do the rest of the hand on my side.
And both of the hands fill up completely. And you watch as the statue, her fingers slowly start to open. A little bit of the water starts dripping down into the basin. She starts spinning slowly and water drips all around into the dirt. Flowers start to grow and bloom in the basin, and the vines that are wrapped around this large boulder here start to grow and lift it up,
Wow.
revealing the next area.
Oh, there we go.
Ooh.
Wait, can I have some mine back?
Yes.
I'm already sleepy. I wanted to see Santos lift the boulder.
Maybe next time. I will pour what Lenore poured into mine back into Lenore's. And then I'm going to give 10% to Bjorg.
I'll be at 40.
So Bjorg and Santos are at 40, Kevin's at 30, Jack and Lenore back to 50.
Onward!
Are we bringing the cups along? Do we need these?
We might.
It does seem like they will be important for the next room.
If we leave it, we'll fall asleep, so we bring it.
Free nap.
Free nap!
I'll step through.
Entering through this little doorway, you see another wall with another doorway. This time being blocked by a massive set of scales in front of it. One of the cups of the scales is blocking the doorway, and it's tilted down on the right side.
Mm-hmm.
Just to the side, you see a small table. This one has a small set of scales on it. Nothing in the actual bowls of the scales. This one is also tipped to the right.
Oh. Let's make it so these little scales tip to the other side.
I didn't participate in that last one, so we can use some of my drink.
Okay.
Why don't you just get inside, too? That's a heavy boulder.
What are you trying to say?
That we need more weight to lift the boulder. It's not just gonna do it with water.
Then how's he gonna get through? If he's holding down the weight.
He's quick, he can jump.
I'll start with the 10% to see if it moves the scale at all, how much it moves.
As you go over to this small set of scales, you realize that there isn't a place for liquid to go. The scale on the left side is flat, and it just has a little bit of a raised ridge on the outside. It almost looks like a coaster.
Oh.
Then I'll place my cup on there instead.
Put your hand on my cup. We can share my cup.
Okay.
Huh.
I'll reach out and do that with the other hand.
You place your cup there, and it does not move the scales.
Not even a little?
With Jack's cup there, I'm going to pour 10% from my cup into that one. Does that move the scales at all?
Nope.
I'll do 10 of mine.
Lenore, as you add 10 more percent, a little bit of movement in the scales.
Oh, man.
It's currently a cup filled with 70% on there.
I'll drop 20.
You are down to 20, Bjorg, and just at that moment, the scale starts to lift, then settle back down. It is at 90% full.
Oh, I don't know how much more I can put in.
I have 40. I'll add 10 more.
Jack, you're basically at a full cup, and now you watch as it moves not only the small scales down to the left, also the large set of scales ahead of you lift the right side.
Neat.
And is Jack able to hold my cup with me and we're both okay? He's not touching his own cup?
Jack, as you start to move away from your cup, even holding onto Lenore's, you start to get tired.
Uh-oh.
Oh no!
And lifting the cup resets the scales.
Yes.
That means one of us has to stay here.
Do we have to leave someone?
Okay, I can hang out. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? I get swarmed by ants again?
Okay.
Stay here, and if we'll see what lies in the next room, and maybe we can
Get more water.
or cheat you over there somehow.
We'll figure it out. I'm not too worried about it. You guys are smart.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lynn, especially when you say, you guys are smart, big nodding. Yes.
Okay.
Through the next door.
As the scale moves ahead, you start to hear the sound of water. There is a mechanical device. It's got gears on the left side, and it looks to be next to this drawbridge. The bridge is currently up, acting as a wall, keeping you from moving forward, but you see this mechanical gear type thing off to the left side.
Can we still see Jack?
Yeah. Hey, Tevin is mechanical. You have so much in common.
I don't see how, but I guess I will take a look.
Jack, I'm gonna need you to put your hand on your cup, please.
I cup my cup.
Put him up! And I pull Tough Luck out, and I shoot Jack with one of those little plunger bullets.
Oh my god.
They're like darts, and they go in. It sticks to Jack's forehead, and he feels a little shock throughout him. I'm casting Vortex Warp on Jack and placing him in this room if he chooses to fail.
Whoa.
I guess so. Yeah, no, I choose to fail.
How will we get back out?
We're not gonna be able to get back out.
You hear a loud as the scales instantly reset with all of those boulders in them completely blocking your path backwards. But Jack, you are now with the rest of the group.
I might have locked us into our doom. We are now in a
boy.
sarcophagus, and we'll figure that out when we get to the end.
If that's anyone's fault, it's probably Lynn's for leading us in here when there's a way for it to fail.
She's got this big smile on her face, in awe, surprise smile, as she's just looking back and forth. And she looks at the scales and goes over and knocks on the rocks. Okay.
Oh, I'm fucking tired.
Maybe I can reduce the rocks or something if we need to, or the scale itself and just climb over. Anyway, what's this thing?
Tevin, yeah, you're the first one over there.
Oh, wait, before I forget, have some water, everyone. And I'm going to refill everyone's cups
Oh,
to
thank you.
Oh, that's good.
as equal as I can.
You have 210 total to distribute how you want.
We could do everyone with 40 and one person gets 50.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So Jack, you gave everybody back up to 40 and you still have 50 in your cup.
Cool.
I'm cool with that.
Kevin, you see ahead of you is this mechanical device here. There's a bunch of different gears and stuff, and you're trying to figure out like how it works. And you see that there are 3 different coasters, little places for cups to be placed that would move these gears.
I'll put mine down and just look to who came over as well, Lenore and Santos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll just look at them.
Kevin, you put yours on, and the gear that is connected to it starts spinning.
I'll do the left.
I'll do the right.
You also start to see gear spinning. At that moment, once all of those cups are in their separate places, you start to hear the drawbridge start to lower. And the rest of you can see that there's now a bridge over some moving water heading forward.
Oh,
Yikes.
I want to take my cup off just to see what happens.
The drawbridge immediately starts raising again.
All the way?
Yes.
do you guys think you're fast enough to jump on there if you grab your cup and go once it's down?
I can
I
fly.
can fly.
Well,
I don't believe I would be able to make that.
well, if you and I, Tevin, can go across first, Jack is probably the fastest now that Poppy isn't here with us, and then the other two can fly. That's pretty quick, and they have the height advantage. If the gears are turning, you and I can just walk across the bridge flat and wait for them on the other side.
Why don't you just go see what's over there?
Oh, that's true.
Jack and Bjorg, you head to the other side. You see another one of these mechanical devices with many larger gears, but this one has a single space for a cup.
Rock, paper, scissors?
Okay.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Damn it! Rock versus scissors.
Rock, beat, scissors. All right. So that means I put my cup on.
You do so, and you start to hear a bunch of gears turning just like they were on the other side.
Oh, is that okay? Someone over there remove their cup.
I'll lift mine up again.
You have your cup. The gear ahead is no longer spinning.
That'll do it.
Oh, we can all go.
Take it and go.
Yep.
Seems like they solved the issue.
Yeah, you all are able to make it to the other side. Lynn following you, of course. Once you are on the other side, you see the rest of the area ahead of you. There looks to be a track that has a couple of different things associated with it. Think marble track that has 4 different entryways into it. There's a boulder inside, and you can see that Lynn just completely walks right past it and goes to this big fountain and starts standing there waiting for you.
Okay.
Is there an angle to this where some of it is more elevated than the other parts?
Skip that part, it's okay.
What?
What do you mean?
This is how you reset the scale so that your friends that's supposed to be... Jack's not supposed to be here right now.
Right. Right.
Got you.
Sorry about that.
Well, we still need to do it to get out.
Why? They're projections. They'll go away.
Oh, lovely.
Okay.
That works.
All right. I lift my cup and I walk over to the fountain.
You do hear the gear stop spinning and the drawbridge goes back up, but you're all on the other side, so it no longer matters. And you see that there is a fountain here. It looks like in this fountain, there is no water moving. There's no water at all in this fountain. But you see in this circular fountain, there seems to be, almost in a star pattern, 5 places for cups to be placed.
I will place my cup.
Da-da-da, place.
Same.
Bink.
As all of your cups get placed, the center kind of spire that is in this fountain opens up at the top, and you start to see what looks to be a planet. You aren't sure what planet. It does not remind you of Earth, Lenore. It's got different land masses. It looks to be angled slightly differently. And all of a sudden, all of your cups tip over into the fountain, draining them completely. The water fills the fountain basin, and then it starts spewing water.
Oh, that's lovely.
Whoa.
You see that Lynn starts jumping up and down, clapping. You did it! You did it!
Yeah.
Good job! Hold on. And she like shows her hands there, and all of a sudden there's one big spurt of water that comes out of this planet as it starts to turn, and then it fills the bottom of the basin. And just as it does so, you can see all the projections behind you start to end. You see the ant symbolizing Ilos goes away, as do the cups of water and the barriers ahead of you. You do see, however, curiously, that the fountain itself stays. The water itself is gone, but this fountain was not a projection like everything else was. It truly is here in this cavern. Okay, now we could go to the observatory.
What planet is that, Lynn?
Icaria.
Oh.
That's where we are. Can you point to where we are right now?
And she does so.
Can we get a map of the world now?
It's really ugly right now, but I you don't know how much this has been on my to-do list for so long. Here. There's a couple different land masses. She points to the one most west, fills up the western portion of the map, and she points to a group of hills southwest of where you see that lake there.
With my charlatan background, I can forge documents. Could I make a copy of this, kinda? Even if it's rough?
I'm not going to give you benefit for charlatans because there is straight up cartographer's tools. And if you don't have those, I'm not going to give them to you. I will allow you to just roll sleight of hand.
With thieves' tools or artisan tools in hand, I can magically create one set of non-magical artisan's tools. They vanish when their use is done. This is the right tool for the job. Those are cartographer tools, baby.
Yeah, I'll let you roll with proficiency in this case then. So sleight of hand and then add your proficiency.
I want to cast minor illusion over top of the paper so that he can trace it.
Oh, shit.
Okay, so you're giving the help action basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, Bjork. Roll with advantage and added proficiency.
2 15s, so 21.
It takes a moment. You're not going for insane detail. This is a stone projection, so you don't see things like mountains and stuff like this necessarily. You're mostly getting coastlines and riverways and stuff like that. And there's, of course, no cities and stuff, but you get the general idea of all of that down and where you guys are.
I didn't know Icaria was this big, I'll be honest with you. As someone who has just been cooped up in Twin Rivers for literally as long as I can remember, it's vast.
Yeah, not many people get to travel it. Leaving the cavern, there is another few hundred feet of walking up some inclines until there's another cave exit. It was getting late, duskish when you entered the cavern, and by now it's quite dark out. The stars illuminate beautifully in the night sky, and you get your first look at each of the orbitals since interacting with the different demigods' lessons. Lynn takes a moment and looks up at the beautiful night sky before gesturing her hand forward. Ahead, you can see that this squared off building that you had seen previously, specifically Lenore, seeing it so much further in the distance, You now get to see it much closer. You can see there looks to be a large object on top of the building in the distance. It's hard to see in the darkness, but if you would know what it is, you would know that is the silhouette of a telescope. Ahead, the path continues curving around a portion of this mountain. You can see there's a row of torches spaced out every 100 feet or so. As Lynn begins to move down the path, they all light a flame in the dark, illuminating the rest of the pathway in a crescent shape towards the building. Oh man, she knows we're here. Lynn clicks off that projector that was projecting that lantern that whole time.
Is that a bad thing?
Why is that an issue?
He's mean.
Well, yes, but coming from you, who is just a bowl of cotton candy, what does mean to you? Mean could be normal. I could be mean to you.
Amongst us, who do you think has given you the impression that they're the meanest?
I don't like this question.
Jack, he got really mad at those rules.
Fair.
Yeah, no, that tracks.
Let's use that as a reference point then. How much meaner than Jack is she?
You see her eyes go wide, and she looks at the ground and she starts to think. Jack, on a scale of 1 to Mila, isn't even on the scale.
Because he's so far above Mila.
Shut up.
No. Okay, we should go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Following the edge of the mountain, it's not too close where you feel like you're going to fall off, but you can feel the true height of how high up you are. And it's very windy here. But even with these large gusts of winds coming up the mountains, the flames of the torches, they do not falter as you make your way over to the door of the observatory. Just listen, okay? You all really got to prove yourself that you learned something and you know something about everything. And because even if you are special, this is the owner. Just like, it's going to get scary in there and there's going to be a test and she might just throw you off the mountain if you can't prove that you are actually special.
Oh.
Santos can fly. He'll catch me.
And if you want to learn about the demigods and Ilos and all that, you're just going to have to convince her. Okay?
Okay.
I'm going to get down to one knee to try to get to her level. We will do our best. And whatever happens, happens. But if you get scared, please do not be afraid to stand behind one of us.
How many people has she thrown off the mountain?
I don't know. I haven't kept track. She might attack? I don't know. I can't promise anything for her.
And this is the precise moment where I am going to activate Emboldening Bond, given that as soon as she says the word attack, I conjure this magical energy that pulses out of me and it creates a thread between myself, Lenore, and Bjork.
That warmth from the tether and see it come to fruition. I'm going to look over at Santos and I'm going to take the bowler hat off and give it a little bow to him. But under the hat is Shelly. It's a tiny cannon now. I'm going to activate Shelly with everyone around. Everyone gets 1d8 plus 4 temp HP.
Do you roll the d8 and then we all get the same amount?
No, everyone can roll them separate.
Oh.
1d8 plus 4. Shelly is stalwart hexagon, exerts life force lovingly. Yay.
Yay.
I rolled an 8.
I rolled a 7.
Damn.
I got a 2.
I rolled a 5.
I'm also casting mage armor. And something happens.
Oh
my gosh.
Oh, no.
Not as we prep. Can I do this after she explodes all of us and then give us 10 HP?
Oh, I know. No.
What patron we getting today?
58.
This is from Brent over on Patreon, patreon.com/castparty. Lenore, you're close to everyone. You guys are walking in a group. What does your mage armor look and feel like?
I think it's like a shimmery purple shell around me that then just goes away.
As Shelly goes off and gives you all this temp HP, it happens at the same time as you're trying to cast your mage armor. Both of these shells start trying to take the same location around you. All of a sudden, there is this magic sparking because it's two things that are trying to coincide in the same location. All of a sudden, there is just this burst of magical energy, Any uninjured creature within 15 feet of you takes 3d8 damage.
Holy
That's
moly.
probably everybody.
I'm uninjured.
I am injured.
Damn it.
Oh, if this had been before Shelly, it would have been perfect.
3d8. I'm going to let Anna, why don't you roll that?
7.
Oh, that's not terrible.
Dang.
That's still a net positive for Shelly. I'll take it.
Yeah, it is. For me too.
Lost 1 hit point.
Too much magic. Too much magic.
What just happened? Are you guys okay?
I don't know. My magic's unstable sometimes.
Or maybe it just doesn't like me.
That was not very nice. Why would you do that?
I don't think it was on purpose.
I was just making a shield for myself.
Oh boy. Well, we should get a move on because these threads are not gonna last forever.
Let's go.
Square-ish rectangular building. From here, it looks like 6, maybe 7 stories tall to like where the roof would be. But there's just a small, unassuming door here. And you see that Lynn takes a deep breath, pulls a key from her pocket, and puts it into the keyhole and unlocks it. She opens the door. Entering inside, there is a large entryway. It is nicely lit in here. Torches flanking the sides of a main carpeted corridor that heads forward. It's flat for a little bit before inclining upward, leading to a massive set of double doors. It makes you feel very small. Around you, you see there are like very high ceilings, these pillars holding them up. There's statues of knights, there's beautiful paintings, and even the rug ahead of you looks ornate and beautifully knit with golden trim. And you see that Lynn moves ahead of you, less peppy than you have seen her, and she heads up the incline towards this large set of double doors ahead.
Okay. Do we hear anything?
It is pretty quiet. The majority of what you're hearing is the torches, the flames themselves crackling around you. Everything echoes here, even Lynn's feet on the carpet, even making a soft, muddled echo.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm just gonna follow Lynn forward.
She puts her hands on the big double doors ahead of her and she looks back at you all. Are you ready?
Born ready.
Yeah.
I put my dukes up.
She begins to push open the doors. They creak loudly, and as the door cracks, you start to be able to see into the room ahead of you. There's this gust of wind that escapes from inside the room, and it extinguishes all of the torches, making it extremely dark. The only light coming from beyond the doors ahead, you can see that there is a central column of moonlight that comes down from what has to be a skylight above, illuminating the center of this chamber. And as the door continues to be pushed open, you start to hear rain on the roof and the rumble of thunder in the distance. It was a beautiful summer evening just moments ago. Yet just opening this door, you can hear the downpour outside. And Lynn pushes the doors fully open, revealing this large circular room. And just in the center where that column of moonlight comes down, you see a desk and a high-backed chair. The chair is facing away from you. Mila, you have visitors. And Lynn gestures you forward, and you can see she stays far back in this room, hiding behind the door that she had just opened.
Hi, Mila. We've heard a lot about you.
Who disturbs me?
New friends.
We come seeking knowledge, and you seem to be the most knowledgeable here as the owner of the observatory.
You think you're worthy of knowledge?
Yes.
Well, I think everyone is.
Do you even know what I am? Who I am?
Mila?
Do you know who we are?
You are not worthy, or you don't know. And you see at that moment, the chair begins to quickly spin. And there is a bolt of lightning just outside the observatory. It's loud. It flashes brightly. And in the darkness, with just the flash of the lightning to illuminate the chair, you hear, I am Mila!
What?
Standing on the chair, 1 foot up on the armrest, standing triumphantly with hands on hip, you see the bright pink hair, the wide, mischievous smile of Lynn. Did I get you? Did I get you? Did I scare you?
You tricked us.
I had a feeling.
I didn't. You got me.
I look over to Jack. I can pull the gun out. Just say when.
Buddy, I am right there with you. Good God.
Some people have figured it out before we got to this point, but I think starting off by making fun of myself and saying that I'm mean really works, because, like, I'm not that mean, and they think, oh, that Lynn thinks Mila's mean.
You're not mean at all.
Thanks, Santos.
I'm gonna run up to Lynn and I'm gonna pick Lynn up and I'm gonna say, "You got me so good."
Okay. Oh, I'm glad.
So are you Mila or are you Lynn?
Yeah, what's your real name?
My name's Mila.
Oh. Lynn suits you better. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was actually an old friend's name.
Is the lightning still crackling and this moonlight still happening?
No. After she goes, did I get you? Did I get you? All of the lights turn on around you, and above you don't hear any more rain or lightning. Even looking through the skylight, you could just see there's no clouds, just stars above.
How'd you make it stormy?
Ha! And she puts her hands up, and there's just lightning that shoots out of her hands.
Wow.
Whoa.
Okay.
Can you teach me that one? I'm trying to get a handle on this magic stuff.
That one took me a long time to learn.
Are you a wizard or what are you?
I like the stars.
Oh.
You are much different than I thought you would be.
Are we gonna have to fight anything? Are we fighting? Are you giving us a test? Do we have to fight things?
I think we just finished the test.
She points at Lenore and nods. You just did the test.
I take off the hat and I grab Shelly and I just throw her at a wall.
Wow.
Oh,
We want to break stuff.
I'll fix her.
You pass.
Well, Mila, you know that we're here because we need to learn about the orbitals and because of what happened with Ilos and I'll show the pattern on that kind of I guess tattoo that we all have. I'll show that again.
Before we start, I just gotta apologize. I had to test you. There's information here that if the wrong people got a hold of it could be bad. So I just needed to know.
I already have a question based on what you just said. How often do the wrong people come here? And if they do come here, when was the last time they came here?
Ooh, brilliant, Santos.
Never.
Okay.
There's a lot we're still trying to figure out, especially now that Phylos is gone.
So how old are you?
738.
738!
Can't you tell I'm graying? And she shows you her roots that have a little bit of gray.
Is that hours, months, or days?
Years.
He isn't even a year old yet. I don't think he knows what that means.
He's barely a week old.
Yeah.
Oh.
I look over at Bjorg. A year?
That's a full rotation around the sun. It's a long time. So take the amount of time that you've lived and multiply it by 50-ish, depending on how long Colin made this calendar year.
My head darts back to her. You are very old.
She nods vigorously.
That means that you've been around since before the orbitals existed up in the sky.
Yeah, that was about 700-ish years ago. I was pretty young.
How do you not remember this, Bjorg?
The gun's gonna get pointed at more than just Lynn today, I swear to God.
Well, Tevin, some people when they get older, they forget things, and maybe Bjorg is one of those people.
Another on the list.
I don't even know where to begin, Mila. I'd look at the group.
I do. Jumps over and grabs your hand.
Whoa.
So, explain to me again how you got this symbol on each of your hands.
Well, it was when the orbital fell. We're from a place called Twin Rivers. A piece of the orbital fell there. Everybody, as far as we know, fell unconscious except for us.
And there was smoke, and these symbols showed up on our hands.
The smoke turned into a dragon and flew off.
You got these when Ilos exploded.
Shortly after.
That's crazy, because I haven't seen that in 700 years.
You've seen it?
What do you mean?
I think so. I remember this, but I always thought when I thought about it, I was misremembering it. I didn't actually know if it was true or not.
It was a long time ago. What do you remember?
And she goes over to a bookshelf. She starts climbing the bookshelf to the top. Even from where you are, you can see how dusty these books are. It looks like these are ones she doesn't really look at often. And she gets to the top and she moves some of the books, and behind it, she pulls out what looks to be a small lockbox. And she brings it down, opens it up. Inside is a very old piece of paper. Doesn't even take it out of the small lockbox, but she opens it and she shows it to you. And there is a charcoal drawing of the symbol.
Wait, and this was before the orbitals?
Yeah. So there's a lot to talk about, and I don't have all the answers, and I'm sorry, and I warned you that before. That was kind of like the whole thing, is I don't have all the answers.
You have more than we do.
So, history was fuzzy back then. I know that sounds weird, because history is all about history, but back then, it was really common for people to forget.
Tevin, that means that everyone from 700 years ago was furry.
What? How?
History was fuzzy.
Oh.
They were all covered in this little scratchy fur.
Everyone used to look like me. I'm also 700 years old, actually. But I'm a young 700.
Oh shit, okay, I feel bad about this now.
I shake my head.
So history was fuzzy, but people would forget stuff all the time. Even stuff that happened to them that day. It wasn't super common, but it would just happen. Most notably, my dad, he left for war. And I don't remember why he left, but he was gone for a year. And when he came back, he didn't have his left arm. And me and my mom, we would ask him all the time about what happened. And he didn't remember. He didn't remember why he went to war, what drove him to go so badly, what happened to his arm. People were getting their memories wiped of history. And when we asked him to think about it, he said his mind always got blocked. This is what he saw. And she points to the symbol. Now, this symbol, you've seen the other demigod symbols. This, as far as I know, is their father.
Is that the missing one that we saw a glimpse of in our vision? It's the Wolverine.
I have never heard of a Wolverine. No, I don't know. I don't know why he would be associated with that. This is his symbol, his mark.
Have there been marks like these found anywhere else besides memories and now our hands?
No, because see, I thought I was forgetting or something, because I've never seen it before that. Even in a lot of ancient texts, there's nothing about it. All there is, back then, we knew about him. He was around. So were the demigods. They were on Aquaria.
Whoa.
And what is his name?
Soren.
Is he nothing but forgotten now by everyone?
No one's seen him since the demigods left.
I'm sure that we have plenty more questions about things, but do you know of anywhere else that we could look for more information on this? Is there a library or a really old guy that we could ask?
Not anymore. He's been dead for centuries.
I'm sorry, I didn't...
It's okay. I've gotten over it.
Do gnomes normally live this long, or are you just special?
I like to think I'm special.
Are you a warlock?
What's your secret?
Oh, that's the nicer way of asking that.
You look great.
Thanks. She goes up to you really quickly and she goes, they're not actually that bad. And she wipes her face really quick and you see a small illusion disappear. She already had wrinkles and a little bit of an illusion disappears and there's a little bit more wrinkles on her face. Nothing crazy, you would never expect 700.
Okay, I have a couple questions. And I'm trying really, really hard. I think everybody else is going to start to see the kind of investigator sort of role, the kind of guard, Santos at work. He's trying very much to be gentle. I need to know more about these demigod they're siblings then, right? I think I'm understanding that more clearly.
They're all half siblings. Yeah.
And Soren is their father.
Mm-hmm.
And so then where are their mothers? Are they here?
Not anymore. They're all dead.
Okay. Do they quarrel with each other?
The demigods? They used to all the time.
You have your eyes up in the sky all the time. Did you see the moment that Ilos exploded?
Yes and no.
Expound.
No, I wasn't there, but yes, I can show you it.
Ooh. You got a recording?
We would love to see it.
Love might be the wrong word, but I know what you mean.
I think we need to see it to get answers.
We're still trying to figure it out, so if you could help us figure out what happened. We don't know if Ilos somehow survived the explosion. We haven't heard from any of the Lunites.
What are those?
That's new.
They're the people who live on the moon.
Oh, what do they look like?
Well, they got like weird freckles and grayish blue. And like they have some
Yorg
glassy
is pulling at his
eyes.
collar so hard right now.
Hey, you're really powerful. Can you raise anyone from the dead?
I don't think I've tried.
Anyway, we met one of those Lunites, but he was dead.
Where? You met one here?
Yes,
Yeah, it was in a wreckage.
at another crash site.
We haven't sent anyone out to go to any of the places we think that pieces of the orbital fell because we know it's dangerous, so that's sad.
Do we have that crystal thing? That plate? The iPad?
Yeah. I'll hand that to her. We saw memories of the Lunite in this.
You see that she just immediately starts to concentrate on it and rubbing her fingers the instant you grab it. Takes about like 30 seconds of her kind of closing her eyes, cocks her head every once in a while, winces at times.
She's a professional.
Those are Lunites. And she hands it back to you. So someone got onto the orbital?
Yeah.
Seems like it.
Hostile people.
She was holding resonance? Containing it? She said containment had failed. There was something on the orbital. Oh, geez.
Does that mean that resonance found its way up there? Did it start from there?
No, it didn't. You can see that she has put two and two together, pacing back and forth as she's looking at the ground. It's been there a long time.
How long?
Hundreds of years. And it just kept growing and we didn't know what it was.
But after the demigods went up into the orbitals.
Yeah. When she crafted her orbital from the moon, there was no resonance inside. We didn't know it was resonance.
When was resonance first identified?
Before history even started.
So that's always been here. The demigods made their orbitals. They went up into space. And then at some point, hundreds of years later, resonance appeared on the moon, which was Ilos' orbital.
Just Ilos' orbital, not the moon itself.
Oh.
She took a piece of the moon.
Do you know if resonance appeared in any of the other orbitals?
It hasn't. It was only Ilos. We didn't know what it was. We thought it was some Lunite technology.
Is that how all the orbitals were created?
No, the rest were taken from different areas on Akaria.
Okay. Unless anybody else has other questions, is this maybe a good time for us to see what you were going to show us the moment that it exploded?
I think so.
As we're all observing this, I'm curious to see if it was something that was maybe self-inflicted, if maybe Ilos exploded because something could no longer be contained within it, or as we've kind of started to learn, if the explosion was caused by an outside force. I guess this recording will help us understand that.
Mila, are you familiar with that orange substance that makes you see visions?
Yeah. Why did you say earlier that orange was associated with Stratton? Because I had never heard that before.
Well, we used that substance once to see visions.
Also, the Order of the Chrysalis, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so there was a butterfly, and it was orange and intense. And we saw symbols of all the other orbitals. And we saw Wolverine, which didn't have an orbital. and the scorpion glowed like dark black purpley thing, and the butterfly is orange and super intense.
Wait, Stratton glowed up after Necros did?
Yeah.
We knew about Necros. I didn't think there was anything weird. We have to check this out. But the astral bloom, you took it?
Yeah, is that not from Stratton? I thought that was like from the orbital or something, like moon dust, space dust from Stratton.
It's from Icaria. First of all, I'm amazed you're alive.
Ooh.
That stuff is very potent, especially if it's fresh and natural. If people are using it, they normally have to dilute it in some way.
I'm sure it was diluted. I don't know. Some professional delivered it to us.
Astral bloom only grows on the graves of the demigod's mothers.
Oh my god. Where are those?
I don't think anyone knows anymore, other than the people who sell it.
I also think Stratton is orange because the Order of the Chrysalis is like super obsessed with them and their branding is all orange.
Yeah, that's the same color again, and I didn't think about that.
I can't remember where I got this, but I seem to remember some sort of image of purple energy exploding, I think from Necros, and Stratton exploding orange.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if it was Stratton in the butterfly form that I remember seeing exploding orange.
I think so.
It's all kind of a mess. We've been having a lot of things happening in our minds. A lot of us are missing memories, and some of us remember coming from a totally different place. So maybe like how 700 years ago, people's memories and their ability to remember things was being messed with. Maybe something like that is happening again. So it's all mixed up is what I'm saying.
This is very curious. I need to get upstairs and show you this before my brain explodes. And she just starts moving over to a nearby staircase and going up it.
I'm following.
You ascend a full 6 or 7 stories before it turns into a tight spiral staircase that leads outside to the roof of the observatory. It's dark up here. A few small lamps illuminate as you walk out onto the roof, but the moonlight here feels very bright. Overhead are thousands of stars shining bright in the nighttime sky. The area ahead is a mix of technology, some infrastructure, and more mundane things like chairs, tables, and bookshelves. But the main thing you see here is the telescope. It's this massive mechanical device, looks to be powered by arcane magic, being held in place by these massive supports. And you can see large metallic gears that would help tilt the scope in various directions. There's also a control station just to the side of it that looks like how you would move the scope across the sky. This thing is easily 150 foot long, maybe 20 foot across, maybe 30 foot across at its wide end. And Mila continues walking forward to the telescope itself. As she walks, you see she looks down at the stonework on the ground. The base of the telescope where you would go to operate it is right in the center of this roof, and there are ornate markings around it. Some runes you don't recognize, but in a circle around it are these large stones on the ground, each one with a different animal on them. The animals associated with each of the demigods that you had just seen previously: the goat, the penguin, the raven, butterfly, the scorpion, and the ant. If you want to take a look, you're welcome to. And she gestures to the thin end of the telescope that's up a set of stairs that you have to take to a small landing where you'd actually be able to reach the eye holes. And you can see that she continues to the side of the scope where you can see she's grabbing some paperwork and things off of a desk that's placed next to these control gears.
Bjorg or Lenore, I suggest one of you go take a look. Which one?
One of us? Why one of us?
You get a little boost, and it's about to run out.
Go, Bjorg.
It's attached to you too.
Yeah, but you have better eyes than I do, and you understand smart things better than I do. And I put my hand on your shoulder, and in addition to emboldening bond, I'm going to guidance you as I kind of push you towards.
Oh, God.
Because they stack.
Use your special eyes, Bjork.
I hope they have my brand. And I walk up to the telescope.
Great.
As you're walking up, you hear Mila continue. If there's nothing really important going on, we're normally just keeping an eye on Zane. You never know if that little trickster is going to get up to anything. Bjorg, as you look in, it's like looking through a telescope. It's focused on one of the orbitals that you've seen so often in the sky. This one is overall a muddy green-brown color, a bit darker than most of the others you can see from the ground besides Necrosis. You can't quite see anything exciting. It's cool to see up close, but it's also just sitting there in the sky. With the magnification of the telescope, you are still seeing the whole orbital. It's not like you are zoomed way in to the small details of the orbital itself. It doesn't look like this telescope has that type of capability.
What should I be looking for? I just see the orbital.
I just thought you might want to look. That's all. Not everyone gets a chance to look at this. You know, it's cool.
Give it a twist. Preferably Ilos, but are the twins in between?
Not exactly, but I can take you there. And she starts moving some gears, pulling some levers, and slowly the telescope moves so that you can see the twins orbital. This one, as you're looking at it, is pretty interesting. From the ground, it always looked like the twins orbital, whenever you would look at it, is green. One side of it is just like a little bit lighter than the other side. Looking at it here, you are zoomed way in. There's different texture on both sides. And now that you're so much closer, you see it's almost split down the center. To the left is like a dark green, and to the right is a much lighter green, a little bit brown throughout this portion. It looks, from what you can tell, still too far away to see individual trees and things like that, but the left side looks like a forest of some sort, and the right side looks to be much more plains-like. It's split right down the center, and you'd never be able to see that from the ground.
Well, I'll be damned. I'm baffled that a planet can have such harsh and sharp geographical changes so quickly. It's literally like they split it right down the middle.
I'm pretty sure it's deciduous trees.
Whoa, how do you know that from over here?
We're pretty sure we know where they took it from, and the trees are from 700 years ago on Akaria.
Oh.
They did take pieces of Akaria. Why did Ilos... Oh, why was Ilos the only one that took a part of the moon? Do you know?
Not exactly. We just know that she was the first one to create her orbital, and the rest followed soon after.
You know why they went?
Exactly why, no. The stories are they were banished. Many people, at least back then, blamed it on Soren. That he forbid them from coming back down to wreak havoc on the people.
Why would they want to do that?
I don't think they wanted to. I think they just did.
Did people's memories stop being fuzzy after they left?
Yeah. No one else has had issues like that. If you ask me, I think Soren was wiping people's memories so that they didn't know about the bad things the demigods were doing, and he got sick of it, and so he banished them so he didn't have to do that anymore. That's at least what I think.
Where is Soren now?
He left with them, but no one's seen him in 700 years.
He never made an orbital, you said.
No. He didn't want to be followed by the people and didn't want them to worship him or anything like that.
Is there a chance he could still be here, but in hiding?
Are you Soren in disguise?
Tevin?
No, I meant Mila, but you, Tevin?
No, I couldn't.
Are you God? Don't lie to me. You have to tell the truth if you are.
Blank stare at her.
Or that's entrapment.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, good. Oh.
Let's watch the video.
You can see she starts heading towards the east of this large roof, and she heads towards a small staircase that goes downward. As you all follow along, you see that there is this small staircase. It only goes about 10 foot down onto another portion of the roof. About a dozen or so chairs here, as well as a large magical device There is a crystal here surrounded by 6 silver rings that are spinning slowly, each etched with an animal. There's also a set of levers and runes all around this flat circular area on the ground made of stones that seem to emanate magic. Take a seat if you'd like. This is where we do some lectures, but mostly go over events that happened among the orbitals.
I sit in the front row.
You all take your seats. Mila heads over to the device, starts to spin some of the silver circles, as well as you see her hands running up and down a control panel made of some arcane runes. And she's looking back and forth from one of these notebooks that she had just grabbed, and she's activating various runes. And finally, she presses down one final lever as a large projection appears above the flattened magical circle, much like the projections in the cave, but at a larger scale. This is the night Ilos exploded. And for today, that's a wrap.
No, it's not. You're
Boo
lying.
this man. Boo this man. Boo.
Boo this
Boo
man.
this man.
You've been doing a lot of that.
Thank you all so much for listening. You can find us over on patreon.com/castparty. You can make everybody take a bunch of damage when Lenore explodes. And you can hear us talk about the potential explosion of Ilos, what they're going to find, and the explosive reveal that Lynn was Mila the whole time. We're going to talk about all of that over on Behind the Scenes.
I fell for it so good.
Patreon.com/castparty. And we'll see you in 2 weeks, and we will watch some projection. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
But
Bye.
Bye.
Ooh, bye.
the observatory is quite scary, isn't it? All the way up here on the mountaintop. I have heard some stories about this place, Lenore. Did you ever notice that how the wind up here sounds like it's breathing? Like it's just behind you, waiting. Anne said that's how it starts, the whispering breeze. They followed it right off a cliff. Or did you hear about a new guy? He got caught in a storm up this high. When they came out the other side, they weren't wet, just cold. Like inside the bones cold. And he never could remember his name. Bastrop tried to camp up on a mountain like this. Woke up surrounded by perfect circles drawn in the snow. No footprints, just circles. And did you ever hear of dragons? I heard they followed a trail of lights up here once. Tiny blue ones that sparkled in the daytime. Said they led straight into the fog. Came back a day later, aged 10 years. Havoc Hopsack didn't even make it past the ridge. Swore they could see their own death in the clouds above. Dubward brought a pocket watch to keep track of time. You don't want to be out here too late. But by the time he reached the summit, the watch was running backwards. And so were his footprints. Sainty Love said they heard this very mountain humming, just like a lullaby their mother used to sing. Only, he never met his mother. Eric 5 picked up a stone he swore fell from the stars right in front of him, just over there. Bad things kept happening when he had it on him. Ended up tossing it into the lake. Turns out, the week after, the lake dried up. Heather thought this would be a nice place to play her flute, except something answered her from beneath the ground she walked on. And do you remember Jesky Fire, Lenore? No? Well, that's the weird part. I don't either. Kaylee came up here with a journal, and by the time she reached the top, the pages started to fill themselves in with things she hadn't done before. She burned the book, except there was no smoke as it burned. Just flames. Hannah swore they could feel bells ringing through the stone, but only when they touched the wall with their bare hands. Couldn't stop touching the cave wall. Ended up dying from dehydration. Did you see their hand marks still in the cave? Jonas was up here on a foggy day once. Said he saw a shooting star that stopped mid-air just hung there, suspended, like it was watching him. I heard Judgment Day made it all the way to the observatory, and even made it back out. All he could say was, "She's not what you think," over and over and over again. Lexi came up here with Michael. Lexi saw something and jumped into the air, but she never landed. Michael swore she just kept jumping, straight into the sky. But he also lost his glasses, so who knows what he actually could have seen. Opti was up here and brought a mirror so she didn't have to look directly at the observatory. Thought that would save her. Saw the observatory on fire as she looked in the mirror. But when she looked directly at it, it was fine. Ryan brought a torch, as one would expect, but the fire kept changing colors, and then it started to burn sideways, then upside down, burning his hand as he held the torch. But his skin never burned, never scarred. Shy Guy decided to leave his favorite necklace at home before making the trek up here. He wore it every day and didn't want to lose it. It was waiting for him when he got to the top. Nailed to the observatory door. Bubba, that little prankster, came up here and wrote his name in paint on a tree. The next morning, Winkle was up here and saw his name, though now spelled backwards and written in blood. So we'll be fine. Probably. Don't you think, Lenore?